The community got hit in a disastrous fashion. Our whole community was almost wiped out.
Came in a big hurry, so we sort of packed up our beloved belongings and got out of here as quick as we could.
I saw the fire up front and realised what, like the intensity of it. It was just, there's no defending against that.
I come from Fortescue Metal Group. I've been employed there for 14 years. That's how my relationship with Minderoo has developed. Initially coming across on the announcement of Fire Fund for a 4-day exercise with Andrew and the team to talk about what could be done.
We got involved in the Tatra fires in 2018, and then first week of January myself and Mal were called in and moved on from there. We flew from Perth to Kangaroo Island. KI was still on fire at that stage. We ran a town hall meeting that night, and it was just an off-the-cuff comment. I said, well, what if we can give you a self-sustainable unit with just power, water and basic amenity and just drop it on the ground and get you back? And the representation of that group then said yes, that would be great. So I had a little notebook in my pocket and I did a sketch of a 20-foot sea container, and that was the start of the pods. The 25th of January, I think we had the first prototype finished. And so Andrew said, let's build 10 and see what happens. So we built 10 and it just kept going. We are building 256 pods. We're in the final stages of production now. The first pod went in on the 15th of February. And so from start to finish, we've averaged a pod a day. We started on Kangaroo Island, so our first hurdle was trying to get access to ferry, get cranes to the island, because there's no cranes on the island. The weather was probably the hardest thing to work around because we were coming into winter. When it's wet, it's muddy and it's slippery, and things start to become a little bit dangerous. So you just have to go like hell to get them done.
It's been a humbling task and one that I think I speak for the whole team. We're just so grateful. The gratitude is just immense.
I think for some people it was just so overwhelming. What they couldn't get their head around was that somebody could care enough to want to provide this for them, and the speed and efficiency in which we did it.
Just, yeah, amazing really, that someone could care enough to do all that for us. It was just brilliant.
We were commuting backwards and forwards almost every day from Kingscote, which was just exhausting us beyond belief, because you put in a full day of work out here and then you've got to drive home, and that was really hard.
Jeff and Margie Prideaux are a couple that springs to mind for me. Jeff fought for 26 days the fire each day, and would come home exhausted every night. They hadn't lost their house at that point, and then one night when he was out fighting the fire in another area, they lost their home. This one time I dropped back and saw Margie, and she sort of said, you know, the pod's been great. She said, Jeff has slept for the first time for 9 hours straight, and she said, I'll always be thankful for you just for that. Those little comments, you know, you realise how much that means to somebody.
We are indebted, deeply indebted. We get to get up in the morning and walk out onto our farm. We're in love. We may never move out of the pod.
Huge amount of friendships and long-term friendships that have been made in this journey between recovery officers, recipients, crane drivers, everyone, you know, local community leaders. A huge amount of personal gratitude and long-term friendship come out of this. So it's amazing to see, and it's not just us, I mean, we're part of it, but a huge amount of people who stepped up, and it's humbling to see it.
This pod's like life-changing, yeah? So a small deal to you guys, but massive to us.